like defensive reactions or sigils for Kano. Means you have less power cards to for this matchup. So basically, we're going to need to watch very closely and see if Ringo has the tools to deal with this. So looks like Oldhim is going first here, coming across with a dominated glacial footsteps. Jeez, that is pretty brutal there. Not a good way to start. However, your life total in this matchup is not threatened as much. You were able to use your life as a resource in this matchup as Dorinthea. Over on the other side, we can see that Vincent is running the tectonic plate. Crown of Seeds, of course, Crater Fist, and I can't quite tell what the other card is, but if I had to guess, it would be the Ironhide Leggings. Alright, so Vincent blocked out with the bolters plus a card and still leaked 4 damage. It's a little odd that he blocked with the bolters, considering that is a 1 block. And currently all his equipment blocks for 2, so having a variety of blocking options is good. So here we go. Here's a Warrior's Valor with a Dawnblade swing in for 6 here. Vincent elects to put a card down to block. Pass 2 reactions. Looks like there's a route in Ringo's hand. So basically we're going to look for, looks like that's an Ironsong Determination getting pitched here. Is he going to play the route? No. I'm a little confused what's going on here. Oh, that's a Blizzard, my bad. Yeah, so the Blizzard means that he has to pay or he can't get go again here. So Ringo decided to block. Sorry, decided to pay for the Blizzard. Looks like Vincent is going to prepare a pretty healthy block here. Ringo's just going to have to arsenal that route. He can't do anything here. So from a more macro perspective here, we are going to need to see how many red overpowers, how many routes, and just the general power of the. Okay, that's a Sun Kiss there to gain health here. Okay. Okay, well, this just made Dorinthea's job a lot harder here. If the Oldhim is running is running cards like that, this is going to be quite an uphill battle here. Naked Dawnblade here. Not really where you want to be. However, Vincent does have a sigil here in hand, so 1 less card to block. Looks like a Singing Steelblade in Ringo's hand here. One of the most important cards in this matchup, but also one of the cards that can get blown out by the opponent. Assuming, let's say, you use Singing Steelblade to grab an attack reaction, then the Oldhim player will have information on what you grabbed, and he'll be able to plan his turn accordingly. Looks like Bolter's being blown here. That's very early for a Bolter's blow. Generally, you want to save your Bolters to combine it with Courage of Blade Hold and set up like a triple hit if possible. Looks like he's going to activate Brave Forge Bracers. Swing again for 4 here. They need to update the life total on the Oldhim here to 17. This attack is coming in for 4 here. Vincent deciding how to block here. I guess he was trying to bait out the bolters or bait out a glint, so he decided not to block. So even though this is a pretty dangerous attack, I think Vincent's okay to trade some tempo here for the bolters. Looks like he's going to overblock this for 11. Blocking at +7, which is really, really respecting everything here. Looks like he has, if he goes Singing Steelblade into a route, which is in an arsenal, that's still only 7. So blocking at +7 here is working out. He's deciding what to do here. Looks like he has an overpower as well in hand. Unsure of the color of that overpower. Well, no matter what color it is, he has the option of playing it here, but because he can pitch his first card plus a Singing Steelblade, but that is not going to be enough. He's going to need, I mean, he basically needs a blue pitch plus the yellow pitch Singing Steelblade to play overpower plus route here. Looks like he's just like, all right, fine. You overblock by a lot. Fine with me. It's going to put, Vince is going to put the sigil into arsenal, draw back up here. And Ringo's going to be working with a 5-card hand again. Looks like it was a, looks like that was a blue, maybe a, I can't tell the pitch color, but another naked Dawnblade swing here. This time without bolters. I mean, this is basically a no block here from Oldhim, or a armor block if he really wants to get cheeky here. I mean, Ringo can pitch a couple cards, get in some damage. There's a Nourishing being pitched. Out for Blood coming in for 6. Looks like Vincent is taking it, going down to 14. No go again, and that Singing Steelblade still sitting in hand. I think maybe Vincent got a read that he had a Singing Steelblade in hand and decided to play around it here. Looks like he's before damage. He's going to activate Oldhim, make him put the Singing Steelblade on top. I mean, he has no... I believe he pitched a red overpower, so he has no pitch right now. I mean, that's no problem here for him. However, they... Okay, looks like he's going to play a route. Okay. For +3 here. Threatening 9 damage. All right, looks like he's going to take it. He's going to go down to 11. I'm also wondering where the like last turn there was a swing and then a bolter's break, but no life change. I'm wondering. Oh, right, he was at 23. My bad. Yep. Yep, there was a life change. All right. All right, we got a... I believe that is a Endless Winter, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not actually sure what card that is. It's so hard to see. Looks like the Titan's Fist is coming in for 4, getting blocked up by the Bracers and the Courage. Vince is going to heal up. I think that Sigil was from hand, so he still has a Sigil in Arsenal. So, yep. Even though he took that chunk of damage, he was able to heal it back up pretty easily. 4-card hand coming in from Ringo here. Hit and run into a Dawnblade swing. Vincent saw Ringo pitch a Nourishing Emptiness, so he shouldn't be too afraid here of a follow-up if he overblocks here. If he blocks here, I'm going to expect him to block for maybe Exacxes. I'm not exactly sure, because if he has an Earth card plus the Crown of Seeds, that's going to represent another 3. Looks like he has a Terra Sunder in hand and an Ice card. So, 3 damage go again. Not so threatening. Looks like, I believe that's a pummel. Looks like he's blocking for 5 against his 3. Ringo says sure and just arsenals and passes it back to Vincent. Vincent has 2 cards here to play with. Looks like it's just going to be a Hammer Swing and then a Sigil, and then he's going to arsenal a card, most likely. Frostbite tokens hurt Dorinthea quite a bit since she's pretty constrained on energy in general. Looks like Ringo's taking 4 damage here. Vincent goes back up to 17 after healing. Spoils of War from the arsenal. Not bad. Has to pay a little bit extra for that, but that's all right. Looks like an Iron Song response in hand. So 5 damage. This probably will get a block from hand. Looks like he's going to pitch to activate Crown of Seeds. Likely going to spend 1 to activate the Ram's Head. He may even activate the Iron Hide Legs. I'm not exactly sure if that's what he's running, but I presume it is. It could be Mage Master Boots as well. Those are common choices. Looks like Vince is going to elect here to block for 2 cards from hand for 6, plus the Rampart, plus the Crown of Seeds block is essentially 8. So blocking at +3 here against Ringo's attack. Ringo has an overpower in hand. He might opt to play it here. Looks like he is just going to Arsenal and pass. There's another overpower and a Singing Steel Blade coming into hand here. We have not seen a Steel Blade Supremacy yet from the Dorinthea, which is a little bit of an issue here. Another Sunkiss there. And this is going to be rough. Looks like we have a Steel Blade Supremacy from hand into a Spoils of War. Into a Dawnblade swing. Not activating Courage, so this attack is probably just to wear down the armor here. 2 cards in hand, one of them is overpower. Looks like assuming he can play that overpower, he's got 13 damage here. Now here's the thing. Oldhim can block 13 without much issue. Especially considering you're not going to be sending 13 at Oldhim all the time. Looks like he's going to block for 6. Going to activate Oldhim's ability to block the next 2 damage, so he's blocking 8 against a 7. Overpower to play overpower for another 6. 4, so it looks like there's a blue. Sink blow from Arsenal. Choosing not to sink, I believe. And just like that, that attack is shut down pretty hard. Steel Blade Supremacy in this matchup basically has to be paired with Iron Song Determination in order to hit. Either that or you use it at a point where he doesn't have an arsenal or his armor's worn down. Ringo gonna swing again for 3 here. Looks like he has a sigil in hand, which comes back to that deck building thing that I was talking about. How every card that you play for the Kano matchup makes matchups like this much harder. Since Oldhim is totally fine to let the Dorinthea heal for 3. If Dorinthea wants to play the healing game against Oldhim, Oldhim is happy to oblige. Looks like a Seismic Surge token being created, the first one of the game. Another Autumn's Touch being pitched. And a fused Endless Winter, I believe. Oh my. Well, that basically shuts down. Well, I mean, Endless Winter is one of those things that you either block or you don't. Looks like he's opting not to block. He's going to take 8 damage here. Or maybe that's not Endless Winter. I'm not exactly sure. I can't tell. I'm bad at recognizing cards. But nevertheless, he took a chunk of damage. Looks like he's going to try to come back here with a 5-card hand. This also might be a turn where he uses Courage of Blade Hold if he's really serious about getting in. However, this kind of telegraphs to Vincent, like, all right, it's time to really block now. So, Courage being broken here. The activation of it. Okay, so that was Endless Winter. So the activation of that causes a Frostbite token to be created. He's going to pay for it with the Steel Blade Shunt. Here's his second copy of Steel Blade Supremacy here. Swinging the blade here for 5. Three cards in hand. Sorry, 2 cards in hand? 1 in arsenal. Okay, a block for 3, which is a very odd block. We're probably going to see a big defense reaction here from Vincent. Looks like he's pitching. Sorry, that is Blizzard, isn't that? Looks like he's pitching away the Singing Steel Blade to pay for the Blizzard. Vincent deciding how to block here. This is pretty much the most dangerous turn here. A Courage with a Steel Blade Supremacy is no joke here. Looks like he's going to block exactly 5 on 5 here. And yeah, with that, I mean, I feel like this game is going to be over soon. Like, Ringo has not been able to string together a strong turn with his equipment and his arsenal slot. He has barely made a dent in the armor of the Oldhim player, and he's at a significant life deficit. So this match is extremely difficult for the Dorinthea, and if you don't play it basically perfectly, this is a nearly impossible matchup, I would say. So some tips I can give Dorinthea players to play against Oldhim is, well, first of all, you have to make sure you're bringing the correct deck to fight an Oldhim. If your deck does not have a way to hit 3 times, you're going to have a bad day. So that means either running Dustpath Pilgrimage or Twinning Blade, or both. Second of all, you're going to have to save your bolters and your courage for a big turn. And by big turn, I mean a 3-hit combo turn, preferably with an energy potion on the field and Courage of Blade Hold to make sure you are rolling in resources, basically. Ringo plays a Sharpened Steel into a Dawnblade Sink for 6, while there's a Channel Lake Frigid out. That basically sucks up all of his energy here. At this point, Vincent might just take it here since he has a Seismic Surge token. We saw that he was playing Pummel earlier as well, so he definitely has the tools to knock Ringo out if he's at 6 or 7 life here. Looks like he's throwing 3 down with a Sink Below for 7. Looks like he's going to pitch to play Iron Song Response. Going up to 9 here. And without Go Again, I don't think Vincent cares here. It's like, sure, take 2. Or 3 in this case. Seismic Surge pops, and Vincent has 3 cards in hand, plus an Arsenal card. We could see a pretty massive attack here. I believe that is a Sink Below in Ringo's hand. So it looks like he's running Sinks and Sigils. And that just makes this much harder to fight against Oldhim. This gigantic attack coming in here. Wow. 2 Sink Belows into a Channel Lake Frigid. So that's a card that had to be pitched there. Looks like Vince is going to end his turn here. Ringo drew an Iron Socket Determination. I would like to see him. Well, he doesn't have any steel copies of Steelblade Supremacy left, so this Iron Socket Determination's not really doing anything here. Ringo's swinging for 3 here. We haven't seen Ringo play a single Glint the Quicksilver, so Vincent might just take the damage here, and if he does, he's going to be taking 6 here, because that's a pump in Ringo's hand. Looks like we're having a Crown of Seeds activate. No, it looks like we're activating the shield. No attack reactions. I'd like to see Ringo arsenal that card. I mean, squeezing 3 damage in here is not going to do much here. As Dorinthea, you really need to play with 5-card hands, and against Oldhim, you need 6-card hands. So by 6-card hand, I mean like an energy potion or something. Just like in Classic Constructed, when you play like Dorinthea against Bravo, you got to really set up your kill turn or your big turn. You can't just play hand to hand. Looks like Ringo did what I suggested and put his attack reaction into Arsenal. Looks like he drew a Sigil though, so this is not going to be doing much here. Looks like Vince is going to come in for 4 here. Opting to block with the Sharpened Steel, maybe? We'll see. Now, for some heroes, 1 Frostbite does not actually affect their turn very much. However, with Dorinthea, everything is so resource intensive that there's really no room for error here. Another Naked Dawnblade swing. So Ringo has been swinging this sword at Vincent without any pre-combat buffs, and that is resulting in a lot of Rampart of the Ram blocks and not a lot of damage for Dorinthea. Crown of Seeds plus Rampart blocking 2 of the 3 damage. So tomorrow being pitched to activate Oldhim, preventing 2 damage here. Ringo's going to heal for 3, go back up to 10. But the life is not really that relevant here. It's all about the card quality here. Now he does have 2 Iron Song Determinations still in his deck. So there still is some hope here. Wow, a Glint the Quicksilver being used to block here. That is not something you see every day. A pummel coming in over the top here. Dealing a decent chunk of damage here. Luckily there's no discard on this. Ringo coming in for 4 with Dominate. The fact that he blocked with Glint the Quicksilver tells me that he almost certainly has another Glint the Quicksilver in hand. So if I was Vincent, this would be an armor plus Rampart plus Crown block. This is a very, very telegraphed Glint the Quicksilver from Ringo here. And it looks like, yeah, that is the card in his hand right now. There's still a card in Arsenal, though, that he's going to have to contend with. So, looks like he's going to pitch, stick the Rampart out in front of it, and stick the Iron Hide Legs, I believe. Yep, looks like he's blocking for 3 here against his 4. Nope, looks like 5/6 block here. No, sorry, 5 block here. And a card from hand. A very, very large block here. Such that Ringo might just say, all right, fine, and draw back up. Nope, looks like he's going to YOLO. Grab a Glint. That is an excellent draw if that's a Nourishing. Looks like he's checking his graveyard. That, as a Dorinthea, that normally means he's checking for Singing Steelblade, but I believe that's not what he's doing here. I think he's checking to make sure he doesn't have... Maybe he plays 2 copies of Nourishing. He's trying to make sure that the other Nourishing is not at the bottom of the deck. Looks like they're resolving damage here. Looks like he has Go again, and he has 2 float, but he's not going to play it. Okay. Maybe he didn't have 2 float. I'm not exactly sure. So, looks like he draws an Energy Potion. And looks like he's just going to concede. Okay. I mean, at this point, with a life deficit and just so many key cards used from Ringo. There's